Welcome, Scorpio, to your July 2014 Tarot forecast. I'm Madison. So for your career and financial life, we have the Four of Swords. So it looks like it's going to be a healing month for a lot of you Scorpios when it comes to your work. For those of you who are looking for work, this card indicates that you may not get a lot of news. There might not be a lot of news forthcoming. So it's definitely up to you this month. If you want to hear back from a prospective employer, you're going to actually have to pick up the phone and call them back about potential opportunities, because it looks like otherwise they're not going to get in contact with you. And if you want to know one way or the other, that's going to be the best way to go about it. For those of you who are currently employed, it looks like if you're waiting on any promotion or raise or anything like that, again, you're going to have to be the one that actually steps up and asks for it. But you definitely want to make sure that the time is right, because when this card comes up, a lot of times it means that a little bit of self-reflection and solitude is necessary. Some of you may be working alone more than usual this month. And also some of you may be wanting to take a vacation or take a break, maybe just work fewer hours to kind of get back in touch with yourself and some of the things that you have going on in your personal life. So it looks like a relatively quiet month on the career and financial front for a lot of you Scorpios. In terms of your romantic life, the Emperor reversed comes up. Now this card can manifest in a couple of ways. When it comes up reversed, sometimes it means that you're dealing with some father issues or some authority figure issues. Potentially, for those of you who are in relationships, you may end up coming across your significant other's father figure, or maybe an older brother, or even a boss who is being really authoritarian and kind of crude, kind of just nasty, and it's actually affecting your relationship in the private life. But for some of you, it may mean that you actually want to relax some of the rules in your relationship, and you may get to know each other on a more, I guess, friendly and patient level than maybe before. You may have had some certain expectations placed on the relationship, and this is a good month to examine those expectations and possibly cut your partner who may be stressed out a little bit of slack. For those of you who are single and looking, you may find that it's hard to find somebody this month who really wants an old-fashioned kind of commitment. You're more likely to find somebody who, again, might have some father issues they're dealing with, but they also may be somebody that reminds you of a kinder and gentler version of your father. Somebody who, rather than being strictly all about the rules, has an understanding for the fact that sometimes life gets in the way of obeying the rules to the letter, and maybe that's not such a bad thing. So it's a good month to practice tolerance in your personal relationships. Your challenge this month is the Queen of Swords. So this could be an air sign female, an Aquarius, a Gemini, a Libra, or it could even be a Virgo, an earth sign female. But it could be a male as well. It's a queen, so it's definitely worth mentioning. But this person is likely to be a little bitter and feel like the world is against them, and have a tendency to lash out and use their words unkindly against other people. Now, this may be you, this may be a symptom of your own frustrations in your life, but this may be somebody that you work with or somebody in your private life that is kind of a beast to deal with. And so your challenge this month is going to be handling this person with poise and tact, even if they are kind of losing their head here and there. You have an opportunity this month to leave something behind with the Eight of Cups. Seeking higher ground is the big theme of this card. So if it's a destructive relationship with an air sign female that just, either won't take no for an answer or has a serious difficulty dealing with disappointment, this may be an opportunity for you this month to kind of wash your hands of the whole deal with that person and say, you know what, your problems, you deal with it. For a lot of you, this may mean, again, that you take a trip somewhere with that Four of Swords in your work sector. You may decide this month you just kind of want to get out of town, get away from things for a little bit, and see what else is out there. This card also indicates that, on a spiritual level, you'll be exploring some higher realms and doing some different things learning some things about yourself that you maybe didn't know, and letting go of some old hurts and some old attachments. So it's a really good month to sort of clean the intellectual closet. Your spiritual advice is the King of Batons reversed. So again, we come back to this lesson of almost, I guess, temperance, but tolerance. I look at it more, especially with that Emperor reversed in your personal life, in the personal sector. This king is the kind of guy who can go out and make things happen, but when he comes up reversed a lot of times, what it means is that after you actually suffer some setbacks, you finally start to understand how people can kind of be a little flaky. And I know you Scorpios don't like flakiness, and you don't like fake people. You want people to do what they say and mean what they say. And this card shows you, that your lesson this month is going to be to understand people a little bit better when they maybe tell a little white lie, maybe understand their motivations, where they're coming from, and understand human failings a little bit better. And again, with that Emperor reverse, I definitely see that coming into play in your personal life more so than your work life. So overall, it looks like a very introspective month for you, Scorpio. If you like my readings, do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every month. And if you want something much more personalized, check out my website or email me directly. Both are in the description below. And have a great month.